So I've decided, hey, why not? Let's make a farm sim video, because I've been doing some really cool stuff lately, I think. So this is my current save. Oh, please don't skid out. We're on Green River Valley, an FDR map. And I decided, hey, wouldn't it be cool to build a vineyard on top of a mountain? But then, to punish myself, as if it was funny, decided, hey, let's build the road all the way up with an excavator and terraform. So that's what you're witnessing now. And I'm starting to think that I shouldn't load these dump trucks as much as I have been. I was just dumping the stone from the excavation near the landing there that I just passed. But I decided that was probably a bad idea and just sort of kicking the can down the road. So I've just gone to selling it or using it as a makeshift barrier on the actual road itself. This is really just more me like relaxing than wanting to make videos. I just find it's a good way to talk through things and work out my thoughts. I've been especially busy with the Arma mission making, which has been consuming a good chunk of my time. It gets so finicky when it's overloaded. So I think I'm gonna maybe not fill these over, we'll say 70% and see how they go. There we go. That gets us a measly 2K. So why are we doing all that work? Well, A, I'm building a road. And I don't really feel like storing all that excess stone and dealing with it later. And B, we need the money. I really should come back here and clean up these trees. That would be a good little chunk of change too. And make this not so narrow. Alright, now the current part that I'm working on that we'll see up here is just it's just a bit of a landing. It's going to be kind of a base camp and like initial equipment storage and all that stuff. Obviously we got some work to do back here, widen it a little, but for the time being it works. Alright. We're gonna drive this back first and then we'll come back for the dump truck. Just moving my setup around. Yeah, this stretch of roadway needs a bit of love too, although it's probably not one of the worst offenders. it was cut into a relatively low-grade slope, but there's some roughness issues that need to be worked out. This also needs to be cut back in and smoothed out a bit. But this is our first landing. This is also where we're doing our turnaround for our dump truck. As we widen this stretch of road. Alright, let's go back and get D. Dump truck. I'm trying not to do things like fast travel and all that in this save. It's more about the process than anything. This is probably gonna get graded down a bit later again. A lot of work before that gets done. Just gonna park this right here. Somebody's probably gonna tell me, oh, don't park it on a hill. Should probably swing this cab around the right way. Alright, so we're gonna come in here with the smoothing tool. Just kind of take that to these jaggedy areas. Now it should work. Oh, I did this wrong. We're just gonna put this here, or not. See, what's really funny is I have this whole like magic skit that I do with this when I introduce farming sim to people who don't really understand what's going on. And so just making piles of rock disappear with an excavator is really funny for some people. I'll do that eventually. Alright. We're gonna do this now. Smooth that out. Too bad we don't have soil simulation. Just this wanting facsimile. As much as I love it, I have to say it. The game industry needs to do better. It is not happy. We got one track up, that's why. Although that does fix a lot of the smoothness issues. Oh, I can't speak today. And honestly, that's enough for me right now for that. So we're gonna go start working on our next segment here. And I'm stuck. How am I stuck? I'm just gonna turn Terrafarm off here and do our thing. Alright, so this opens us up to do our next bit, now that that's a little bit more smoothed out. And we're not going to be loading the dump truck as much. That should make getting up and down that a little bit faster. Now, we've mapped out previously kind of where we're going to go with this. I realize now I'm speaking in the royal we, but I'm just going with it. I'm having a good time. So we're going to kind of try to follow the hill line up, and rather than going for gaining of elevation, we're just going to try to get around and up this as safely as possible into these next fields. So if we can get over that, and we can get up this, it is a long stretch, but it'll be worth it. We got unlimited space. Well, not really unlimited, but lots of space to build a really cool kind of vineyard area. Yeah, now of course there's going to have to be done some smoothing, but again, it's not about the it's not about where I'm going, it's about the process. I freaking love this map. I have some thoughts about the tree choice, being that they're really thin and all that, but I understand. I just like chunky trees on my logging maps is all. Alright. So how are we going to do this exactly? Well, first we're going to move the ATV. Just park it over here for now. Then we're going to flip our tracks around so that we're not all confused. Because I like to tackle this from the angle. I'm going to come over here and just start working this out. Oh, and we gotta turn that back on. Oh, and one last bit. We're just gonna move you up into so we're not going over 70% this time. And I suck at depth perception. My god, that was terrible. I might have to go look into mods for more stable dump trucks. These are honestly a little sketchy at times. Yeah. We're going to give this a little smoothing. This is a trick I like to use when you're kind of just trying to chisel away at the landscape without doing too much irreparable stupidity. You take a few buckets and then you smooth, and then you take a few buckets. Alright. Yes, we also do have a bunter. Okay. I've got my foot slammed on the brake, and it's still rolling. That's not sketchy at all. Those should be wanting to have words with me. Oh, I lost it. It was not happy with me. Alright, let's see if we can turn this around. And not die in the process. Back on the road. Yeah, that needs to be looked at a bit there, so that's another trouble spot. That's twice now that I've slipped on that part, so I'm wondering if it's the geometry and how it's interacting with the wheels. I think my back wheels were off the ground for a minute there. I'll be honest, I'll be amazed if we ever manage to get the log truck up that track. Because there are thoughts of maybe planting a stand of trees up on the mountain as well. That might be fun. The save isn't really about doing things practically either. You know what? That was a manageable haul. Yeah, those early stages of this road were cut really deep into that hillside there. But it was definitely a good idea to put up that barrier. About half of it was trucked out, the other half was left on the side of the mountain. I really should park it the other way around, but you know, who's watching? Do I want to take this down another little notch here? You know what? No, I can just hit it with flatten. So on Terrafarm, Terrafarm. Yeah, that's the mod. You have a couple options for how you can choose to influence the terrain, and one of the nice ones to have is the flatten one, and I'm just gonna delete that rock because why not? Because it allows you to get those surfaces pretty square up, which is nice, especially if you're starting this kind of new cut into the side of the hill here. It helps a lot to sit down and kind of get everything squared up first before you go into digging. I'm just gonna move it. Yeah, we're not even entirely squared up. Alright, that might be a little heavy, but that's fine. Alright, we're gonna give this a good scrape in here. Give it a look-see. I don't see anything too out of whack, so that should be good. Once again, down the mountain. Come on, let's go. I almost didn't want to go there for a minute. I just hit the excavator, didn't I? That's exactly what I did, didn't I? Yup. Ding ding. Got it. Yeah, we got it. stuck it. We're good. We're good. Oh, no, we didn't stick it. No. Okay, well, I think now is as good a time as any to end the video and contemplate on our lot in life. Me currently being in an overturned rock truck. Anyways, I'll keep posting these and see how people like it. And if anyone ever wants to show on up, shoot me a DM and I'll send you the mod pack. I'm always looking for people to drive rock trucks. As you can see why. It's very dangerous.